happiness. Who doesn't want that? I am Tracy Burnett, and I am a self-help junkie. And along my lifelong journey to learn and improve and grow, I stumbled upon the 3 keys to happiness. Not sure who said it or how long ago I learned it, but it's been quite a few years, and I find myself coming back to it every single time that I feel like something's off. And you know what? I have a great life. I have a lot to be thankful for, but sometimes you just feel a little stale or dull or unhappy, melancholy, whatever the feeling is. And since I learned this technique, I go to it quickly without even thinking of it as soon as I sense that something's off. So are you ready? Are you ready for the 3 keys to happiness? This has served me so well, and I hope it will serve you just as well. So here they are. Key number 1, somebody to love. Pretty straightforward. We all know that if we have somebody in our life that we love and we look forward to spending time with, that is where the true happiness comes from, our relationships. And that doesn't have to be a significant other, a husband, wife, whatever that is. That could be a best friend. That could be an animal. As long as you have somebody that you enjoy spending time with. And by somebody, I also mean cats, dogs, horses, whatever it may be. They all count. So, first key to happiness, someone to love. Number 2, I love this one. I think this is my second favorite, is something to do. Have you ever heard the expression, an idle mind is a devil's workshop? I truly believe it. Have you ever found yourself just sitting around, maybe you're scrolling on the phone, social media, of course, and then all of a sudden you're getting unhappy? It's probably from the compare and despair that happens when you're on social media. But let's put that aside. If you are doing activities that don't fill you up, and you are generally in life not excited or engaged in something, well, I always start to say, and religion aside, I just love the expression, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So think of that. If you don't have something that you're excited about, engaged in, a job you love or a hobby, something that you're actively doing every day or at the end of your workday, if it's not your job, if you don't have something to do and you sit around, of course you're going to be unhappy. Our little crazy squirrel mind starts to get to work, and you know what? If we let it to its own devices, it's often not for the better. So that one is also pretty straightforward, but I have gone to that one often as well. Something to do. Well, I'm self-employed. There's always something to do. But every once in a while, I do find myself in that spot going, oh, feeling a little stale. And for me, I take that as a cue to innovate in my business or come up with better show topics for my video and podcast show, for my real work. This is my fun thing that I do to keep myself busy, entertained, and add value to the people in my life. So, something to do. That is key number 2, and so important, so important. Number 3 is the one I love the most. It is my favorite, and I'm very thankful that I have someone to love and a career that I love. So very often for me, when I'm finding myself with that little inkling of dissatisfaction, it's often because I don't have something big, big or small. We got to be careful of the big dreams because they take a little longer to reach. But if I don't have something to look forward to, which is key number 3, then I don't have hope. And if you don't have hope, day to day becomes boring and you have nothing to look forward to. Don't we all know how many times we've gone on holidays and we're so excited, building it up, we get on holidays and it's almost like, oh, wow, this isn't as good as I made out in my mind, right? The anticipation is often so much better than the getting of the item. And same with anything we buy, a new truck, a phone, it wears off pretty quick. So when I say something to look forward to, again, it doesn't need to be big, and we need to be careful of that because that's a lot of stress and a lot of money, and that could be an addiction cycle in itself. For me, I've peeled that back. Of course, I have my big dreams of wanting to go on trips and build and grow and do these things. Those are my things to look forward to. But on a daily basis, what am I looking forward to today and in my evening? What am I looking forward to on the weekend? What am I looking forward to next summer? And if you can have little wins, little things to look forward to at all times, I find it keeps that spark of excitement, that hope alive. And really, at the end of the day, I truly believe it's hope for a future that's greater than our past that excites us. So for me, often now, I used to chase a lot of those big ones, and I still do. But I make sure that I have a book I'm excited about that I'm reading, or a Netflix series, whatever it could be. Or let's say you're working really hard to buy a new painting for your studio. What little items can you develop that will give you something to look forward to? And now, as I'm recording this, we're in the middle of COVID, and I especially find this is hitting hard. I am often going to, okay, well, what's wrong? Our business is great, our industry is strong. I'm still finding a weird feeling. And you know, it's number 3. My hope's been taken away for many of the things I look forward to. Traveling. A lot of those big things are gone. It's uncertain. We're in lockdown. What's the future going to hold? So I encourage you to start a list. And that's what I finally had to do to make sure that I'm looking forward to a future that's bigger than the past. Eventually, COVID will end, and we need to have a list of things we're working towards right now that excites us and keeps us going day to day, because it's a little crazy right now. So those are the 3 keys: someone to love, something to look forward to, and something to do. I hope you like that. I hope this serves you as well as it served me. This is one of my favorite things I've ever learned in my life. So take it, use it, love it. See you soon. Bye.